And welcome everybody on the call. Hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world. As Sherry mentioned, my name is Lior Scaler, and I'm very happy to be here with all of you on this beautiful Sunday evening. And I'm very excited once again to bring you part 2 of my training called Helping People Make the Right Decision, because as we spoke about last week, making the right decision is very, very important. And one of the things we talked about is what can happen to your life if you do make the right decision, and what can happen to your life if you don't make the best decision. And as we all know that on the call, the best decision is to join GWT for many reasons. It's made a big difference in many people's lives. It's continuing to make a big difference in many people's lives, and we want to get the message of the company out to as many people as we possibly can all around the world. So whether you're a luxury consultant on the call today, whether you're somebody who's taken a look at global wealth trade today, my goal is for you to remove any questions that you might have, is to remove any fog that you may have in the way, is to clear up maybe some incorrect assumptions, let's call them that, okay, that you may have about the company or something about the company, so that you can make a decision to get on board with us. And whatever it is that you want in your life, this company will give you that. The only question is, do you see what we see? Do you see what this company is already doing in people's lives? Do you see what it can do for your life? And can you understand how the opportunity works and try to make sense of it? So I'm going to try and help you to make a little bit more sense of it tonight. Now, the first thing that I want to do is talk a little bit about part 1. And part 1 we did last Sunday night, and I want to do a quick summary of part 1 so that you can be up to speed on some of the things that we spoke about. So at the end of the day, what we came up with from last week was that the company can give you any lifestyle that you want. But you may have made some incorrect assumptions about how the company works, or how you can become a part of it, or about something else regarding the company. And because of those incorrect assumptions were actually due to fear and ignorance. And fear can come from many, many different places. It could be because of many, many different reasons. And ignorance to the facts of how things actually work. Because maybe you just simply don't understand it. There's something about the company that maybe you're saying, well, I don't really get it yet. And because you don't understand it, you're going to give up on having what you want in your life. Now, does this make sense to you? No. To me, it makes absolutely no sense, because why would you not want to have any lifestyle that you want, and why would you want to give that up? So my goal on this call is going to be to remove any incorrect assumptions that you may have created about the company or about the opportunity, which will remove your fear and your ignorance. We're all human beings. We all have fear for different reasons, and sometimes we don't understand things, so we're ignorant to the facts. So I'm going to remove all of your fear and all of your ignorance, and what that's going to do is that's actually going to help you to understand it, and then once you understand it, you will actually be able to have what you want in your life. And yes, that's absolutely what we want. We want everybody in the world, the average person, to be able to have the lifestyle that they want and to be able to have anything that they want in their life. So that's a little bit of what we spoke about in part 1. Now, these are some of the incorrect assumptions that some people make when they take a look at the opportunity, or when they hear about the opportunity. I've heard all of these over the last 4 years, okay? Every single one of these I've heard, and ladies and gentlemen on the call, every single one of these statements in front of you is an incorrect assumption, okay? It's an incorrect assumption because it's not true. And what I'm about to do for you is I'm about to attempt the daring feat of going through each of these incorrect assumptions and actually showing you what the correct statement would be to answer any of these incorrect assumptions. So if you're a luxury consultant, if you're somebody who's taking a look at this opportunity maybe for the first time, I want you to take careful, not notes, because I want you to focus. And by the way, this training will be recorded. You don't have to take notes. It will be up on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it later. So what I want you to do is I want you to really try and process the correct statements that I make to each of these incorrect assumptions so that you understand it, so that it makes sense to you. And the reason you want to do that is so that you can use this knowledge and this information to make a big difference in your life so that you can become financially free and have everything that you want to have. So I will now attempt to correct all of the incorrect assumptions. Incorrect assumption number 1. I don't understand business. You do not have to understand business to be successful in GWT. We have luxury consultants who used to be grocery store cashiers, airport baggage handlers, IT programmers, cleaning ladies, construction workers, and truck drivers. And some of these people are making 5 figures monthly. As long as you're willing to learn, we teach you all the skills you will need, and you are in business for yourself, but never by yourself, as you have a support team that is there to answer your questions. Ladies and gentlemen, that incorrect assumption is now corrected, okay? So I don't understand business can never be a reason why you choose not to get started with this opportunity. The next incorrect assumption is follow up with me in 240 days. You do not have to wait 240 days to get started in GWT. We have different packages that you can choose from to get started right away, and you can upgrade at any time. If now is not the best time, let me share some stories with you about some of my business partners who got positioned and what that did for them. I will also share with you some stories about business partners who did not get positioned right away and why they now wish they did. Let's try to figure out how we can get you started ASAP so your dreams don't have to wait. Ladies and gentlemen, that incorrect assumption is now corrected, and waiting should never be a reason you do not get started in this opportunity right away. The next incorrect assumption is, I don't think I can do this. Anyone can be successful in GWT. Can you wear beautiful designer products, offer people a $200 gift certificate for their opinion of the company and the products, and send them a 10-minute video? That's all that we do. Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. And yes, this incorrect assumption has now been corrected because anybody can do the global wealth trade opportunity. The next incorrect assumption is it sounds too hard. Has anybody ever heard that? It sounds too hard. Well, GWT is not hard at all. Working 40 hours a week for the next 40 years is much harder. Can you wear beautiful designer products, offer people a $200 gift certificate for their opinion of the company and the products, and send them a 10-minute video? That's all that we do. Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. And that incorrect assumption has now been corrected. So if you ever thought this business was hard, it's very, very simple. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4. The next incorrect assumption is, I can't do presentations. In GWT, you don't have to do presentations. We have a 10-minute video online that you simply share with people that they can watch in the comfort of their own home. Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you starting to see a trend on this call? Yes, absolutely. I think so. So this incorrect assumption has also now been corrected, and you not wanting to do presentations is not an excuse anymore for not being started or getting started with the global wealth trade opportunity. Another incorrect assumption, I don't think this is for me. GWT is for everyone. Which of the following is not for you? Making more money, having more time, paying less taxes, helping your family and friends, getting paid to wear designer products, driving a free luxury car, making a difference in the world, growing as a human being? Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. And now this has also been corrected. So yes, this opportunity is for you. Now, let's move on to, I don't want to go to a presentation every week. You don't have to go to a presentation every week. We have a 10-minute video online that you can watch while you are with people, or send it to them and they can watch it in the comfort of their own home. In GWT, you choose how you want to build your business. And now this incorrect assumption has been corrected. You don't want to go to a presentation every week? You don't have to. The next incorrect assumption, I don't want to do home parties. You don't have to do home parties in GWT. It is the only company in the world that gives you the choice to make money in whatever way suits you. You can choose from trade shows, home parties, internet marketing, catalog sales, team building, or many other ways. Which one of these sound the most interesting for you? And this incorrect assumption has now been corrected. You can do business with Global Wealth Trade in whatever way you would like to. Moving on to, I don't like selling. You don't have to sell anything in GWT. We have people like Lior Scaler, oh, anybody ever heard of that guy before, who has been with the company for 4 years and has never sold one product personally. And most of his team hasn't sold anything either. The reason is because the system sells the products automatically for you so that you don't have to. Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. I can also break down for you how we get paid through our revolutionary MIA program that sells the products for us automatically. And now this incorrect assumption has been corrected. If you don't like selling, if you don't want to sell, this is the perfect opportunity for you because we don't do that. And moving on to, it sounds great. I'll get back to you. Great. What is it that you need to think about? Do you have any questions? Do you have any concerns? Can you see how simple this business really is? Do you understand how we make money? Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. And now this has been corrected as well. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, ask the person who has introduced you to this opportunity. Let's get those concerns out of the way so that you can go ahead and use this opportunity to make a difference in your life. Moving on to, I can't afford to spend $3,000 right now. You don't have to spend $3,000 right now. We have many different packages that you can get started with, and then you can upgrade at any time by simply paying the difference. Let me share with you this video that explains the different packages you can choose to get started with. And now this incorrect assumption has been corrected as well because there are many different options for somebody to get started with our opportunity. Now the next incorrect assumption is one of my personal favorites, it's too good to be true. Thank you. GWT really is that good. Now let me ask you a question. Would you rather keep working 40 hours a week for the next 40 years of your life, or do some research to see if GWT really is that good? Exactly. Let me share with you some stories of people in the company who are experiencing success so you can see that it is working for the average person and that it could work for you too. This incorrect assumption has now been corrected because GWT really is that good. The next incorrect assumption is, I don't know anyone who will buy these products. A recent survey suggested that jewelry is the only product that 85% of the world wears every day. Even in the recession, our company grew by 750%. Now, if you don't want to sell the products, let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. This has now been corrected. Moving on to, jewelry is not consumable. You don't eat your jewelry? That's weird. Just kidding. We have a revolutionary program called the MIA, the Monthly Inventory Account, where you and your clients do not have to buy something every month. You simply save up for your favorite items that you want on a monthly basis, like a layaway. It's never been done before and is very powerful. Imagine having a business with thousands of clients saving their money every month to buy something that they really want, and you get 10% of that month after month after month. Let me show you how that works. Jewelry is not consumable has now been corrected. And the next incorrect assumption is, I don't have time to travel. Since we are one family in GWT, you don't have to travel. We have members all over the world that can help and support you with your business. And thanks to technology, your team around the world can plug themselves into our free weekly webinars and online trainings to keep themselves updated. If you find that you do have the time to travel, GWT is pre-approved in every country in the world, so you can take vacations anytime you like. Man, oh man, do I love vacations. And this incorrect assumption has now been corrected. The next incorrect assumption is, I'm too busy. You can fit GWT into your schedule, so it doesn't matter how busy you are. If you have 0 hours a week, then all you have to do is wear the beautiful products, and when someone compliments you on them, give them your business card, and when they buy something from your website, you get paid. And how many hours did you put into the business? 0. It can't get much easier than that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm too busy is not a good excuse anymore why you should not get started in the business. If you have 0 hours, you can do this business. The next incorrect assumption is, I need to know everything about the products first. If you'd like to learn about the products, I can send you some tools so you can learn about them. However, you don't need to know about the products to be successful. Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. Now, this incorrect assumption has now been corrected. Incorrect assumption, I would never buy jewelry online. I know how you feel. I know some people who feel exactly like you do. I also know that there are millions of people in the world who do buy their jewelry online, and as a business owner, that's what is really important. There are websites that only sell wedding and engagement rings online. They make millions and millions of dollars every year. Would you be okay with making millions of dollars because people bought products from your website? Of course you would. Therefore, this incorrect assumption has now been corrected. I don't know a lot of people. In GWT, you don't need to know a lot of people. The one person you do know may add thousands of people to your business. We also give you 1 billion people to talk to by showing you how to find people on Facebook. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there are 1 billion people on Facebook. We also have a simple script that we share with you that you can use to connect with everyone that you meet. Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. And this incorrect assumption has now been corrected. Moving on to, I want to think about it. Okay, but maybe you have a question that I can answer for you. What is it that you would like to think about? Do you have any concerns? Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. And now, no more thinking is involved because it's really as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4, and this incorrect assumption has been corrected. Moving on to, the products are too expensive. Well, actually, we have 300 items under $300. Maybe you were looking at the Fairy Mosh section on our website, which is our exclusive 21 karat gold with diamond collection. Take a look at some of the celebrities on our website wearing our under $300 Fairy for All collection. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we do not only have expensive products, we have whatever your heart desires and pocket can afford. So this incorrect assumption has now been corrected. Moving on to, I don't like jewelry. There are many members of GWT who don't like jewelry, but they see the business opportunity. Would you agree that many people in the world wear jewelry? Exactly. I am sure that you would be much happier if they bought their jewelry from you than from someone else. Oh, and in case you weren't aware, GWT carries much more than jewelry, and they are expanding their product lines constantly. I don't like jewelry is not a good enough reason for you not to get started in the company, so that incorrect assumption has now been corrected. The next incorrect assumption is, I don't know that many rich people. Well, actually, we have 300 items under $300. Maybe you were looking at the Fairy Mosh section on our website, which is our exclusive 21-karat gold collection. Take a look at some of the celebrities on our website wearing our under $300 Fairy collection. And one thing to consider is that you never know when you will have an opportunity to meet someone who would love to have something that nobody else has, such as our Fairy Mosh collection. And you will be very happy if you are in a position to offer it to them when the time comes. So you may not know many rich people at the moment, but when you do meet them, you will be very happy that I corrected this incorrect assumption for you. Moving on to, I don't want to sign people up. In GWT, you don't have to sign people up. There are many ways you can build your business, including home shows, trade shows, internet marketing, and catalog sales. Now, do you mean selling or forcing people to sign up? We never do that. Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. And this incorrect assumption has been corrected for you. The next incorrect assumption is, I don't understand how I make money. It's simple. Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. I can also show you a breakdown of the compensation plan so you can learn about our revolutionary MIA program. Not understanding how to make money? Great. It's very simple, and this incorrect assumption has now been corrected for you. It sounds like one of those pyramid things. You mean like in Egypt? Just kidding. The only pyramid thing I know of is a job where the guy at the top, the CEO, makes all the money, usually millions, and the people at the bottom, the hardworking employees, make a few $1,000s a month if they are lucky. In our profession, someone who starts today can make as much or more than someone who started a few years ago. It is all based on effort and not about your title. So one of those pyramid things is great for your vacation, but it's not great as an incorrect assumption, so that incorrect assumption has now been corrected. The next incorrect assumption is, I prefer to help people get healthy. That's exactly what we do in GWT. The healthiest people I know are the ones who do not have stress due to financial concerns and the ones that get to spend time with their loved ones. That is exactly the lifestyle that GWT provides. And when you have time and financial freedom, you are free to exercise whenever you want, use a personal trainer, consume whatever types of food and vitamins you like, and become as healthy as you like. And all of this can only happen if you choose the right opportunity. So ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of healthy people in global wealth trade, and so you should absolutely get started and not use that statement as an incorrect assumption, which has now been corrected, by the way. The next incorrect assumption is people who do network marketing don't make money. In GWT, people actually make money. Let me share with you some stories of people who had no experience in this profession and who are now financially free. As with anything in life, if you don't put any effort into something, it usually won't work. The great thing about GWT is that with the revolutionary MIA program, it's easier to make money than with any other company. Let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. And ladies and gentlemen, it does not make sense that with all of the people in the world who are making money in network marketing, especially in GWT, where the most amount of people are making money, that would be a valid and correct assumption for you. So that has now been corrected. And last but not least, they can do it, but I can't. Yes, you can. The company has many stories of people who thought they couldn't do it and are now financially free. We will build up your confidence and belief in the industry, in the company, and most importantly, in yourself. And since the system is simple and duplicatable, we have teenagers doing it. Let me show you, and let me share with you our 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system so you can see just how simple it really is. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, you can do it too, and that's just an incorrect assumption, and that's been corrected as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just done one of the 8 wonders of the world. It is the 8th wonder of the world, and that is to correct all of the incorrect assumptions that you see in front of you right now. I'm also going to give people on the call an opportunity to ask any questions that they have regarding incorrect assumptions. If you have another incorrect assumption, type it into the chat box. I'll be more than happy to address your incorrect assumption on this call as well. But you have now seen and heard of all of these incorrect assumptions being corrected. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, they're not true, they're not facts, they're incorrect assumptions because something that you heard or something that you misunderstood, and that's not how global wealth trade works. So we did it, okay? This is how we thought before, okay? We thought that because of our incorrect assumptions, which were due to the fear and ignorance we may have had, which made it not understandable, we had to give up what we want. But what I just did is I removed all of the incorrect assumptions, and I removed all your fear and ignorance so that you can understand it. And guess what that means? That means you can actually have the lifestyle that you want, and you can have everything that you want, okay? That's what we're all here for, to help as many people as we can to become financially free. And that's it. But wait, it can't be that easy, can it? Is it as simple as a 1, 2, 3, 4 simple duplication system? It is that simple. There's nothing else to it, okay? All of your excuses and assumptions were not valid, not true. It really is that simple. We really have people making 3, 4, 5 figures monthly, and if you're not part of this opportunity, you're going to have to work for the next 40 hours a week for the next 40 years of your life, as opposed to a simple system where all you have to do is give away the company's money to as many people as you can so that they take a look at the company and the products, and then they can choose what they want to do. That's how simple this opportunity is. I just proved it to you, and so if you're listening for the first time to this opportunity, get back with the person who invited you. Make sure you get all your questions answered and get started right away. We're expanding all over the world. We're in 150 different countries, and there is no reason at all that you should not be on this speed train to success with everybody that's part of the company. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. I see that we have some questions. I'm going to answer some questions here for everybody right now, and then as soon as I answer the questions, I'm actually going to get to some exciting announcements, okay? We've got some exciting announcements to make, but before I get there, I'm going to make sure that I answer everybody's questions here. So first of all, we have Elaine Brown, the infamous Elaine Brown here, and Elaine says, incredible training, Lior, as usual. You have made it so simple. Hope this is recorded, which it is. I need to watch this over and over again so I have the correct responses. Lior, you rock. Elaine from the True North team. Thank you very much, Elaine, and that's exactly what I would recommend to every single person on this call. Watch this training. It will be on YouTube over and over and over again as many times as you can. I've got Julia Muccio from Montreal saying, Lior, amazing. Thank you, Julia. I've got Annalie Riga, who has a question here with Ina Banishes, who actually is in Toronto from New York. Ina just got started and spent all night traveling to Toronto to be at our boot camp. She's an up-and-coming rising star, and she's got a question that says, what prevents people from going to other companies, and how do I know DWT will still be here in a few years so that all my efforts aren't lost? That's a great question, Ina. Thank you for asking. And You know, it's as simple as taking a look at some of the designer brands in the world, okay? So we have Louis Vuitton, we have Gucci, we have Chanel. These companies have been around 30, 40, 50 years, okay? And what are we? We are Ferry Designer Lines. We're a designer fashion house. We're not an MLM company. We're not a network marketing company. We're a designer brand. We're a designer fashion house. And it just so happens that the owner and CEO and founder of this designer fashion house, Ramin Mazgarlu, has given us the opportunity to partake in what the company is doing, in the branding efforts of the company, and to become independent luxury consultants and to benefit from this brand becoming #1 in the world, okay? And because we're a brand, because that's the industry that we're in, we're going to be around for the next 50, 75, 100 years, and this is a business that you're going to be able to pass on from generation to generation to generation, okay? We're also the only designer fashion house in the world that gives people an opportunity to actually become an independent consultant with the company to make money from it. So the best part is that there's no competition for us anywhere in the world. So by getting started in this company, you know, and everybody knows, that you have a wide open market. You can go to every single country in the world, and in every country in the world that you go to, you will never find another company that's a designer brand that gives people an opportunity to make money. So when you meet somebody and you tell them a little bit about what we do, and you offer them a $200 gift certificate, and you tell them that we get paid to wear beautiful designer products, they will be blown away because they have never in their life heard of anything like that, and I guarantee you they will never in their life hear about anything like this. So thank you very much for that question, Ina and Anna Lee. We have Bob and Judy Bryan over here saying, fantastic training, Lior. We'll definitely have the right ammunition to answer any objection that comes our way. Thanks for sharing. My pleasure, Bob and Judy. Keep up the great work you guys are doing. We have Derek Stark from Canada saying, awesome training, Lior. Thank you for your dedicated leadership. One incorrect assumption I have received was that is too much for sterling silver. How would you address this concern? So I have an incorrect assumption saying that is too much for sterling silver. And actually our sterling silver, the average price of our sterling silver is actually the same average price of fashion and costume jewelry out there. So you are actually paying, on average, the same price for the finest, highest quality sterling silver in the world as if you were to go and buy fashion and costume jewelry that you could find at a kiosk at a mall, okay? So that's an incorrect assumption. It's not true at all. If you compared the prices for the highest quality products, why would you ever go and buy jewelry ever again from a kiosk at a mall or anywhere again, where for the same money you could purchase the finest, highest quality sterling silver in the world? So that incorrect assumption has now been corrected. Now, we have Jason Provencher here from Boston saying, do we want to be with them when they watch the tour online? You can be with them. You can have them watch it at home. Whatever's easier for them, you can accommodate them that way. We have Suzanne Miller here saying, thank you, Lior, great training. The simplicity of the 1, 2, 3, 4 system is the only way to go. Absolutely, Suzanne, I agree with you 1,000%. And I'm looking over here to see if we have any more questions. We have Lucy Leroux here from Montreal. She raised her hand. I'm going to unmute Lucy. She may have a question. So, Lucy, you're unmuted. Go right ahead. All right. It looks like Lucy may be having some technical difficulties. Oh, we got Tricia Blake here, who's our luxury consultant from Toronto, Canada. She's actually on a trip in India, and she actually says, "Namaste from India." Thank you, Tricia, for being on the. What time is it in India right now? I don't even know what time it is. Namaste from India. I set my alarm to wake up to listen to this since it's 7:16 a.m. in India. Well, that answers my question. Fantastic training, Lior. How about the incorrect assumption in new markets? Online buying experience is not the same as North America. How would you correct that? Well, it's very, very simple. We currently ship our products to over 60 countries in the world. We can ship our products to every single country in the world. So if you live in a market where you're working 40 hours a week for the next 40 years of your life and you need an opportunity, then really, what other option do you have? You need to partake in this opportunity because there's no other country in the world that's going to allow you to get paid to wear beautiful designer products wherever you are in the world. So that incorrect assumption is no longer an incorrect assumption. That's been corrected, and people in any country in the world can use this opportunity to make a big difference in their life. And I'm just looking here to see if we have any more questions. It looks like that's it. So moving on, what we want to do is we want to go to actually the benefits of joining GWT. And the benefits are a life that you love. Okay? You get to make more money, having more time is a benefit, paying less taxes, helping your family and friends, getting paid to wear designer products, driving a free luxury car, making a difference in the world, growing as a human being, expanding your network, leaving a legacy for your children, free luxury vacations, working from home, being with loved ones, free shopping sprees, being surrounded by like-minded people, learning new things, being in a fun, social environment, less stress, more fun, freedom, and a better life. That's what you get, ladies and gentlemen, by joining GWT. That's what you get by getting rid of your incorrect assumptions. That's what you get from understanding what this opportunity is all about and how simple it is and what it can do for you. We are here, me and Mickey, live in Orlando, Florida, in the beautiful United States. We want to wish you a great week, and we want to wish you a great morning, a great afternoon, and a great evening from wherever you are in the world. See you next Sunday.